Welcome everyone to today's Town Hall, our 33rd edition. We're joined today on the Collab.Land side by Angeline Young. She's a DAO officer for the Collab.Land Co-op as well as co-founder of Abridge.io, the creator of Collab.Land. The mission of Collab.Land is to create and enable community tools that encourage pro-social activity and positive community interactions. Angeli has been a strong champion of this mission, and it is amazing to have her here. So, welcome, Angeli. GM.
GM, excited about another town hall. Happy to be here. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep it to an hour. I'm going to request all of us to try to condense so that way we can get to playing. But I know we usually go over, but for the sake of the audience, I'm going to hope that we can stay at an hour. GB, let's do it. And I know I'm the worst at this, but I'm going to try.
We will do our best, I'm sure. Additionally, Icepick Nerd and Candy are joining the panel today, and both of them are incredible Collab.Land Comms team members, mainly focused on security, community, marketing, and magic. So, welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, GM. Last point to note before we kick off the conversation. We have a POAP for today, which will be distributed by the end of the call. And we will be using the POAP mini app to claim today's POAP. So we'll guide you through that process. It's very easy, all done within Discord. But having said that, let's start with the conversation. And our first category is Telefrens. And oh boy, there's a lot happening when it comes to Telefrens. So let's start with a quick, in case you missed it, and the newest features that are being worked on and out there already for Telefrens. So I'll pass it on to Angeli.
Yeah, I think we should start, Chibi. And remember, for those of you that have been around a while, we used to show our Let's Form Group documentaries. By the way, it's letsformgroup.xyz, letsformgroup.xyz. Check out our videos there. But we used to show Let's Form Group documentaries during our town halls. And so I thought it would kind of be a fun throwback to do that today, but with a new Telefrens video that Nerd has created. And it's really been a kind of a joint effort. Nerd and Candy and I all worked on the graphic or on the flowchart, and then we got feedback from Chibi. And yeah, so we have the graphic, and then Nerd created this video, and we all kind of worked on the script together. So I thought that would be a fun thing for us to share. I don't know how we're going to share it. Because it's been a year since we've shared videos here, but do we know how to do that?
Yes.
And can we?
Okay, got us. I think. Let's give it a try. Okay, I'll start sharing my screen. So let's see how that goes. You do need to let me know if you can hear the audio coming through.
And then also let's drop the link in the chat, GB.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do that first. All right, let's hit play, watch it real quick, and you can also watch it by yourself. It's in the stage chat. There's a link in there right now, so you can click that too if the screen share is not coming through for you, or if you can't hear properly. But let's hit play. Let's watch this together. Great video. Kudos to Nerd.
It's short enough. It's perfect. And that's some feedback we've been getting about being shorter. So it's nice that it's shorter. The other stuff that you want to see, like how to create a group. I guess I can just get into Telefrens a little bit now, Chibi, if that's okay.
That's perfect.
Awesome. So the two parts of Telefrens, like you saw, maybe Candy, we can drop the graphic too in the chat. Our little flowchart.
Oh,
yeah.
let's
Give me a second to find that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I know it was on Twitter, so maybe we can just grab it from there. But with Telefrens, it's really a socialfy app. meeting a Telegram trading bot. So from that, being on Telegram, Collab.Land started on Telegram. What we're seeing in terms of what communities want and what people are looking for, they're looking for ways to trade within their communities. You can't just see something on Twitter and start trading into it. It's really difficult on how you're supposed to get information. I mean, really, if we go back to 2 weeks ago with the SEC, has it really only been 2 weeks? But anyway, 2 weeks with the SEC on how the SEC Twitter was hacked. And so they made an announcement that ended up being true, but not until a couple more days. And so you really don't know with all the Twitter hacking that happens on accounts with the SIM swapping. I mean, that's something that we've talked about a bunch in town hall. You just don't know where you're going to get information. So one of the ways that we're trying to solve that problem at Collab.Land is with trading happening within communities. So we're bringing our Collab.Land infrastructure, our Collab.Land, the work that we've done for over 3.5 years, and adding this degen component to it. So it's really token gated groups with a trading sensibility. And the way James has talked about it a few times, which is just practice all up, is a crypto mullet. So you've got public good in the front and degen in the back. And I know, Candy, you're going to come up with something funny for that we can start sharing on socials. But that's what we're doing
I
here.
gotcha.
We're bringing yeah, we're bringing our community sensibility, our learnings from community over the last 3.5 years, what we've seen, what people want, how to get communities activated again. And now with the beginning of the bull market, and really what we started seeing last summer with Telegram trading bots, we've added a Telegram trading bot component to it. So it's really SocialFi plus Telegram trading bot, and that is Telefrens. Now, a big part about why we're doing this is a couple of different reasons, really twofold. One is so that Collab.Land can remain a free service. Collab.Land can remain maybe paid for only those that want advanced services, but really accessible to everyone when they need it to begin with. And so in order to keep that service free, we have to generate revenue. And this is a way for us to generate revenue in keeping with our ethos of when we win, others win too. And so just like last year when royalties were taken away from NFT communities, we instituted the royalty detection rule. So that way communities can give roles and give Telegram access and any kind of special identity to those who pay royalties. Now, if you create a Telefrens group, you as a creator are never going to get rugged for royalties because 5% of the royalties of every buy and sell will always go to you. Collab.Land will tell you that. Telefrens will tell you that. We're the same team here working on this, and we are going to make sure that you always get your royalties. And then second, it's about paying people for the work that they're doing online. So if you are deep into an ecosystem and you're getting tips and ideas of where to trade and what to trade, and if you share that information, then you should get some payment back for that, some reward back for that, and some acknowledgement for the work that you're doing. And so when you share a trade link, when you create a trade link with Telefrens and you share that trade link, then you get 1% of the trade. And so that is a way for you to be compensated for the work that you're doing. Now, there is another way that these two can combine, which is if you make your trade links available to pass holders only. Then people can join your group with a Telefrens pass, and then you can share those trade links within that pass holder group. So there's different ways you can do this. You don't have to create a group if you don't want to. That's definitely feedback we've heard from people. And then if you want to keep an exclusive group for those people who are interested in your trades, you can do that too. We have a lot of other stuff coming with this. We are iterating constantly, and Nerd just started doing some community user interviews as well. And so we're getting feedback from lots of different people, which we're really, really grateful and thankful for. So thank you. But we have a point system coming as well. Right now, there will be points for people, for you, for the creator and the executor when you follow through with the trade, but there are going to be different ways to get points, Telefrens points coming up. So that is something to keep an eye out for. So that is Telefrens. Yeah, I think that's about it for Telefrens. And then I think we've dropped some links into the chat as well, some videos. follow well, I'm just going to do a little plug for our socials then, Chibi, which is follow our Telefrens account. It's just at Telefrens, Telefrens. And then on Telegram, we are at Telefrens Bot, at Telefrens Bot, Telefrensbot.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I am dropping some links in the chat right now. And thank you, Nerd. Also, it really helps if you can like our tweets. There's always new information coming out about Telefrens, newest features, anything exciting, any exciting news we post in there. And I also wanted to share a reminder that if you haven't yet, you can join the Telefrens General Group to hang out with your friends, chill your past. We also have a Telefrens channel here inside of our Discord server where you can drop your links um, and invites to your profiles in order for us to acquire your passes and join your groups if you have one set up. I've been getting anyone's passes that post in the channel, so an invitation for you to do that, and I would love to be a part of your groups. So let me put that in the chat. And
Same
there's
for
also
me.
it is so
I'm kind of
fun.
loving it. It's kind of great because it's like you can use it however you want, really. You can use it for places you're going to be. You can use it for Twitter spaces that you're going to do. You can use it for, sometimes I use mine for gym updates on what I'm working on. I am new to weightlifting and I am loving sharing my gains. So that's a fun thing to talk about. Yeah, so definitely. And then do we want to talk about the passkey update? Oh, that would be for Collab.Land. But actually, no, that's for Telefrens too, right, Phoebe?
We can mention that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think we're kind of a little bit out of order right now, so I'm trying to find us back into the right spot.
It
So I
is
think we're going to
all
talk about
good.
yeah, I think we should talk about the collab token maybe a little bit later when we talk about the DAO proposal. Not sure.
Can mention some things regarding an upcoming feature that's coming for
Oh
Telefrens.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. And so we're going to be, so, we started on Telegram, but Telegram is about 300,000, just to give you some numbers. It's about 300,000 unique members on Telegram groups. So 300,000, even though that seems like a pretty big number, you're comparing that to almost 3 million unique members on Discord. And so with Telefriends, we're going to be doing some Discord crossover, a Discord Telegram mashup, if you will. That's going to be coming soon, and that's going to be connected to our DAO proposal and our movement of some portion of the collab token, which is on Ethereum mainnet on Optimism, and now there's also going to be collab token, or there is already some collab token on Arbitrum. So, and who knows which other chains we're going to expand to in the future. But this partnership we have with Arbitrum, they gave us a substantial grant, which we're so grateful for. All of the passes are minted on Arbitrum. And so we do have this trading kind of synergy working as well with Arbitrum. And part of that movement was moving Collab token over to Arbitrum too. Not all of it. Like I said, we're on 3 chains now, but we do have some amount on Arbitrum now as well. And there will be a new Discord flow that we're working on right now, actually getting the very final bits decided. And that's going to be the way that we're bringing people from Discord over to Telefriends on Telegram as well. So look out for that. We'll talk about it definitely more during our next town hall. We have a couple of Twitter spaces coming up about that maybe Candy, you can mention one of them that we're doing next week. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that. On Twitter today, you saw a message, if you're checking the Collab.Land Twitter, about an announcement with Camelot. So maybe we can share that. But this all is going into this deeper relationship that we're having with Arbitrum for this launching of Telefriend. And
this
then
is
there's going
very
to be
exciting.
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So I was just going to drop the link to the tweet from Camelot and note that we are doing a Twitter space with them on Tuesday, February 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'll be getting that all set up and tweeted out, and you'll see links for that. I've got a lot of things that I am scheduling, exciting events to come up. So the calendar for next week is not yet posted, but that'll come out later today, and you'll see a lot of these fun events being added to that. The next couple weeks are going to be pretty lit, just saying.
Love that.
Very clever. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that coming. And then, yeah, you're going to be seeing some messaging there about this Arbitrum token, Collab.Land Arbitrum token. So keep aware of that, especially if you're an ARB holder. This is part of a new ad system that we're working on that I think comes up a little bit later in our town hall. But if you are an Arbitrum holder, then you will be seeing this message, because this is really, we're starting with a specific group, which is people who have Arbitrum tokens, and then to target that group, because that group is going to be the most interested in a movement toward Arbitrum. So they're already shown to be Arbitrum supporters. So if you are an Arbitrum holder, you will be seeing something about that, and it will be directed just at you.
Amazing. Appreciate the heads up. Thank you so much. And I think that would cover it all when it comes to Telefrens. Well, there's one passkey update as well, if we want to mention that real quick, because we've been bringing it up in past town halls.
Yeah, of course. So, as we've mentioned before, we are going to be, well, it's already done, but we're going to be pushing to prod for those of you in the development space or developers. We'll be pushing to prod our passkey integration once or when Lit Mainnet goes live. Right now, and again, we won't know until it happens, but the latest information on that is that they're planning on going live on the 12th, which is Monday, not next Monday, but the following Monday, if I'm not wrong. Because I know we're doing karaoke on the 13th, and then Wednesday, the 14th is Valentine's Day. So, yeah, that would make the 12th a Monday, if I am doing that correctly. Then it'll be 2 weeks or a week from Monday. That is the expected launch of Lit Mainnet. And so once they go live, then we will shortly after be able to push our passkey integration to prod. And we're very excited about that and can't wait for you guys to start using it too. It's just going to make Telefrens even safer than what it is right now.
And much easier to unlock passkey. So really excited about that upcoming feature. And thank you so much, Angeli. Really a lot happening when it comes to Telefrens.
Yeah.
And yep. But we will,
Oh, sorry.
of
Yes,
course,
there's a lot.
Yep.
I would say the best thing is not wait for town halls, because these are every 2 weeks, but we've got Twitter spaces going on, right? We've got Twitter spaces going on all week long. So check those out if you want to hear the latest of getting a SocialFi meets trading bot off the ground. Really, that's what we're doing.
Again, thank you so much, Angeli. That covers it for our Telefriends category and latest updates, newest features. Really exciting. Also, there's a link to the Telefriends Twitter in the state chat right now. You will, of course, find real time updates in there as well if you're interested in following the Telefriends Twitter account. And I think that we are good to jump to our next category, which is the Collab.Land Bot Updates. There's also a lot of updates here, and I'll pass it on to Candy to talk a little bit about our newest integrations. So Candy, what's the latest update about our integrations for the Collab.Land Bot?
Yes. Well, we've had some fun integrations happening this new year. We had I've lost the timeline because December and January have all been smushed together and time is weird.
Yep.
But we've had 3. We've had Cello, we've had Linea, and we've had Sepolia. And I was going to say, like, I don't remember, because one of those was December, and I don't remember which one, but might have been Cello. That's where I got lost. It was Chibi's, bless her heart, trying to help me on the agenda that we have, and the thing I was looking for is just not in there. But yeah, so we had Cello join us, which is exciting. We had Linea join us, and then we added the Sepolia testnet, which is exciting because that's something that the devs have been looking for in our community, and so that's one of the things we like to build for is not just community members, but also the devs who are building things with us. So we have, and I'm looking for real quick on the Twitter, the Linea space, because we had this really cool quote during the space, because it's what I want to highlight the most. Marco Monaco, he's doing the growth lead stuff for Linea, and he had this really amazing quote about Collab.Land in there. But more than that, we had some really cool numbers in terms of growth. So we've got charts. We love charts. Growth from the Linea community. And we also have currently going a Zora Mint. So let me drop that link as well. And this is something that has less than a week left at this point. We've got 5 days, 5.5 days to mint your NFT. Oh, I can't link that because Discord bot is guarding us. But here, I'll post the Twitter link that has the Zora link. We'll get around it that way. Goodnight has blocked it, but I promise it's not sketchy. We've done many other Zora mints, and this is something that you can mint as a commemorative NFT. So that's what I have for integrations.
Thank you so much, Candy. I will repost the link to our Zora Mint. Apologize for the inconvenience. And also, why not? Let's share a reminder. We posted this in our Twitter yesterday, but I think it's a great piece of information. And that's that if you're looking for a way to keep up on our available Zora mints, you can use this link right here and give us a follow to be notified whenever there's a new Zora mint out for Collab.Land, which I think is very exciting. So there's a link in the stage chat right now. You can follow if you'd like to keep up with our Zora mints. But thank you so much, Candy. We have some more announcements, and there's 2 grand announcements just this week. So I'll pass it on to Angeli to talk about those 2 grants for Collab.Land.
Yeah, so when we were deciding which chain to work with for Telefrens, we looked at a lot of different chains and there was a lot of different interests. And I will say Arbitrum really stands out with the attentiveness of their team and their thoughtfulness about what they're trying to build. We've just been really impressed with them, and we got a grant from them. It definitely feels more like a partnership because they've worked with us on all of this, and it's just been fantastic. And so I will drop that in the chat. But we did get an Arbitrum grant, and that was really, really cool. And it is the reason why we chose Arbitrum, and they've just been showing their commitment to this, honestly, showing their commitment to SocialFi, showing their commitment to DeFi. They are just working very hard to try to meet the needs of their users and anticipating the needs of the rest of the crypto world. So it's really great, and we're just really grateful to be with Arbitrum. Now, if you're coming to ETH Denver, James and I will be at the Arbitrum booth on March 1st from 10 to 12. So 10 to 12 local time, March 1st. I have not posted that anywhere yet. That's brand new information. We're still a month out, but Candy, I have to remember to tell you about that. But Arbitrum has graciously given us time at their booth on March 1st from 10 to 12. So if you're at ETH Denver, yeah, it's very, very cool. If you are going to be around ETH Denver and want to come hang out. Come on over. We'll introduce you to the Arbitrum team. We'll be able to talk Telefrens, Collab.Land, or really anything else you want to talk to. We'd love to have you. And then I dropped the Arbitrum link right there. And then the second grant we got was from Optimism, was a retro PGF grant for work that we've done with Optimism in the past. We actually launched our collab token. Even though we minted it on ETH mainnet for flexibility, we did bridge it all over to Optimism before it was distributed. And everyone that's getting a distribution of Collab.Land token, anyone that's who's time locked or anyone that team members or whatever, that collab token is on Optimism, and so we were able to get 59,000 OP. So we're really excited about that. Let me post that link as well. And we just love Optimism. We were talking about Optimism a little bit yesterday, and Nerd was saying like Optimism is there for the vibes. And so we're about vibes. Optimism is about vibes. We definitely appreciate their commitment to public goods and the commitment that they've shown to Collab.Land through this grant. So it's really fantastic, and we're super grateful for that and happy about those two grants. There is another grant in the works. I don't have 100% clarity in terms of like when or for exactly what, because we applied for it. But once I get information about that grant, it is going to be a pretty big grant as well. And I'm just really excited about it. But let's see if we get it. And you guys will be the first to know, our town hall members. So I will let you know as soon as I know for that third one.
Appreciate the heads up, and yeah, really excited about these grants. Thank you so much for sharing, and you guys can find some more info in the state chat. You can find the tweets for these two grants. Again, we really appreciate if you give it a like, a retweet, or any support. Really is highly appreciated. But yeah, let's talk now, because this is a very exciting something. I think it's a first roundup of the year, and it comes with a whole new title, which I love. And you can find this in our announcements channel, but I'll also pass it to Candy to share a link to our first roundup of the year. If you don't mind, Candy.
Yes, let us see if I can post Substack into the Discord. Testing now. Good, it's not angry at that. All right, so that, because sometimes I'm like, yes, I'm going to post something, and it's like, no, you're not. So it's a new year. We gave the Substack a new name. It is now the Chronicles of Collab.Land, which is super fun because, it reminds us of Chronicles of Narnia, and Anjali and I have been having tons of fun with that. And if you happen to check out the Twitter, she even posted a GIF of such things, and I appreciate this very much. So in the Chronicles of Collab.Land, we do a lot of things. It's very similar to what the roundup was before, or the Bites of Knowledge. Just a little more different formatting. Same stuff. We've got celebrations. So we have been really focused this year on gratitude and community vibes, and like really celebrating what it is we have all built together. So we have some of our new stats in there, which are fun for stuff about the last 30 days, and I'm sure you've seen those on Twitter recently as well, but here they are, all in one neat little newsletter too. There's information about Telefrens with that amazing how-to video that we just watched a bit ago. There's the, hey, check it out, Marco Monaco quote. And there's some other cool things that we've done over the last, month, 2 months during the wintry times as things are heating up. There's the recap to all of the votes that have happened in the DAO recently, links to all of our other town halls that have happened in the last 2 months, as well as some of the fun POAPs that Chibi has made. And, resources for the devs. There's the notes about the grant, different support options we have available for us to support the community and the community to support us. So that is the Chronicles of Collab.Land. We will continue to be sharing these adventures in this new format as the year goes on.
Love it. Thank you so much. And while you're there, remember to subscribe to our Substack and be notified and get an email whenever a new roundup comes up. So thank you, Candy, so much. And lastly, for our Collab.Land Bot Updates section, we have some cool stats that we wanted to share with you guys. I'll pass it on to Anjali to talk about
Oh
that. And
no,
also,
these are so
uh,
many numbers, and you put them on. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I can post them in the chat, but mainly, I did want to share these stats, but also I think it's a nice way to start talking about the ads that are coming to Collabland, because when
That's a
I
good
see these
idea.
numbers, I understand like why we're doing some things that we're doing, because they're so impactful, like they're huge. So I'll post the numbers in the chat just so that you guys
Perfect.
can take a look at them. I think they're really cool to look at. And we can talk a little bit about ads. What do you think, Anjali?
Yeah, let's do it. Definitely thank you so much by posting. I will quickly share them. But pretty much in the last 30 days, what's been going on at Collabland, like these are numbers that are bigger than the numbers we saw during the last bull market. I mean, not financial advice, take that information however you will, but these are numbers that are bigger than what we've seen before. And, it always goes back to don't count community out. I know that a lot of people get down about community or just think of community as just a buzzword, but these are the kind of numbers that we're getting with Collabland. And so, regardless of how you feel about community, this is just facts. And so it's something to think about with yeah, where things are going. And so we've had in the last 30 days, we've had 600 over 600,000. I'm just going to say that so that way you can look at the exact numbers in the chat. Over 600,000 new roles across our communities being added to people. That's 600,000 new roles based on tokens that were bought or new roles that were created. So communities are getting active. Communities are either changing up their roles or adding new roles, and members are buying new tokens to qualify for new roles. So it's really that's what that number means. And then we've had a total number of 1.3 million clicks on the Let's Go button. The average number being about 42,000 a day. 42,000 people clicking on the Let's Go button. I mean, even if we don't think about, wow, that's a lot of people, you have to think about like the infrastructure demands, the scalability. When I was talking to some VCs a while ago about Collabland, and the comment was one thing that Collabland has done is they've been able to scale. They've been able to scale and doing this type of work, which is like wallet verification and making sure that every community's rules are treated with respect and that we respect the rules and respect the fact that the people that are in the communities are people that hold that token or qualify for the rules. And being able to scale that over the years is just something that's a testament to our devs and sometimes can go unnoticed. I often think of it as like the electric company or the water company, where you don't think about what it takes to get water into your faucets or um, and make sure that it's clean and that you can wash your face with them and wash your hands with them and wash your vegetables with them. But also when it doesn't work, that's when you notice. And I think Collabland often gets seen the same way, which is like, yeah, it should work and it that's expected. And if it doesn't work, then I'm going to say something. So we definitely a shout out to our support team, uh, two of which are Candy and Chibi, for taking on all of the complaints. When we do get complaints, that's what we hear. It's very rare that we shout out the people that make it happen. And I just want to give a shout out to our dev team who has been able to scale this project and this product for so long. And it's incredible. There's no stopping. So that's what's happening with our stats there. And we're going to be putting out more stats coming up. We're thinking about different things that people would want to know about Collabland. So pop it in the chat. Tell us on in Discord. Pop it in our Twitter mentions. Like if there are any particular stats that you're interested in, then let us know. One of the vanity metrics I see often is like assets, connected with. Like I just saw something with Delegate Cash, which by the way, we're integrated with Delegate Cash. We love their team, Fubar and Munib. And they actually did a raise for a new product yesterday. So I was looking at it on Twitter. And one of the stats that they announced is like over $1 billion connected. And I thought, oh, that's interesting because they're like a proxy wallet. And so for Collab.Land, maybe that would be a vanity metric that we can use, like the value of the assets that are connected to Collab.Land. That might be interesting one. But if you have some on your own, let us know. So that's what's happening with Collab.Land stats. And one of the things that we've talked about is just how, going along with the infra, how expensive it really is to run Collab.Land. Our infrastructure bills, every time new communities join, every time we have more wallets that are connected, all of that costs money. And so we are giving away really this 8-course meal for free. And so how are we to keep that going so that communities can always have an opportunity to build and grow and meet each other and be supported in crypto and otherwise online? Like, how are we going to do that and how are we going to maintain that? And we've been thinking about different ways to do that. We do have a donate button. Check it out, donate.collab.land. We also have Telefrens that we've launched, which is like I said earlier, the SocialFi meets Trading Bot, where Collab.Land as well, we will be able to get some participate in that revenue as well. And then we also are in the testing phase of a new ad network. I will tell you, completely honest, marketing, doing any kinds of ads on Collab.Land was not something that we had initially thought about. Mainly because marketing and ads have such a bad name. And we don't come from that marketing advertising background. And so, although James has experience on the dev side, I'll talk about that in a second. But as far as like being advertisers, it was just something that we hadn't considered before. And mainly because we wanted to be sure that if we did any kind of advertising, then it had to be privacy preserving. Right now, most advertisers share data with one another. I will give you an example. This week, I purchased my flight for NFT Paris. So I'm going to be in NFT Paris. For any of you that live in Paris or are in Paris, please let me know. I'm going to be there from the 19th to the 26th. And so I bought my plane ticket for NFT Paris. I booked my room for NFT Paris. And then I hopped onto Instagram like, I don't know, 5 minutes later, and everything I saw was in French. And I was like, wait a second. Like, it wasn't a Facebook thing. It was literally buying my plane ticket on Delta and getting my hotel on Expedia. And now I'm seeing French content on Instagram. So I immediately said that to James, like, what is going on? Like, Expedia and Delta is sharing like data with Instagram. Like, it's just, you're getting followed around everywhere and you don't even know how or why or what's going on. It makes our world so small. I may not want to see French content, and it's true. I didn't want to see French content, especially in French because I don't speak French. But anyway, so for us, we're like, we don't want to be a part of this social graph. We don't want to be part of this dystopian future. And so marketing and doing ads was kind of something we just pushed off. And recently, in an effort to be able to generate revenue, we are looking at all opportunities. And so now we have this ability to and we're just testing it out, an ad network that is completely privacy preserving. And so we're very excited about that. And we're going to be trying that out. You will, if you are in a group that the advertisers are interested in, then you will see an ad. It will not at all disrupt Collab.Land usage, Collab.Land functionality. We are making them as discreet and directed as possible. You are not going to just get spammed with things that have nothing to do with you. It's privacy preserving because we do not share wallet addresses. We do not share your Discord ID. It's similar to what we do with Collab.Land token gating, where the community admin gets to decide who gets to have access, and those are the people that qualify. And even your community admins don't get to know your wallet addresses. We don't share that mapping. And in the same way, we will not be sharing mapping with our advertisers. We're working specifically right now with Serotonin as to kick off and see how this ad network goes. Once you see it, if you have any opinions on that, please share your feedback. We're very excited about this as an opportunity to generate some revenue and keep Collab.Land free and keep our services free and keep our employees paid while still working within our ethos, which is privacy preserving and privacy for our members. If you or any projects are interested in having ads on Collab.Land, reach out. I'm Anjali at Collab.Land. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at Damaderoca, Damaderoca. It's right in my name. My DMs are open if you're interested. If you know of anyone that's interested in possibly trying out a Collab.Land ad network, let us know. We have a lot of user engagement. We pay for that user engagement as a team. And we're just looking for a way to be sustainable and for everyone to be able to benefit from using Collab.Land as a free service and for us to be able to remain privacy preserving. So definitely we would love your help with that initiative if you are moved to help. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll, of course, share more information about this as it is available, as things are implemented. But I think it's very important to mention the why this is happening and why it is so important to us. So, yeah, thank you, Angeli, for this
That's right.
update.
Thank you, TV, for reminding me. I actually wanted to mention a little bit about advertising in Web3. And the feedback that we've gotten with advertising on Web3 is that it's pretty difficult to advertise. Collab.Land has member initiated interaction. So we do have that, and that's what sets us apart. People are coming to Collab.Land in order to get roles or get access to communities. And so they're real people that want to join communities, and that's what sets us apart. But I wanted to point at Candy a little bit because she has the most experience with Twitter ads, and I wanted her to give a little bit of context on what the situation right now is on Twitter and why people are even asking us about ads and how now we're taking some effort to find ways to do advertising in a more targeted way, in a more authentic way, and in a privacy preserving way.
Absolutely. So Twitter ads are not entirely useful most of the time, is what we found. And, we've run some with Collab.Land. I've run some for some other projects before. And the problem with Twitter ads is, kind of twofold. One, Twitter used to be really great at identifying its users and kind of giving you some fun insights in terms of things they're interested in, things to click on, etc. They still can do this pretty well because, well, you are the product when you're using social media. So any information that you're accessing, they're doing so through you and associating that with your account. But the problem is when you're making ads, like I can tell Twitter, like, hey, I want people specifically from, these countries or even these cities, these zip codes, like very specific details, within these cultural demographics, age, gender, etc., to see this ad. But just because I put those demographics in and kind of set this target audience, ads are still public content in that once it goes live, it has a URL, it is accessible, and it can be found by bots. And so even with very specific targeting, we were finding that the impressions that were being seen, or more than the impressions, the clicks that were being clicked, were being done by, people well outside of the bounds that we had designated, which sucks because if you're paying for clicks, you would expect that the people you're paying for are the ones who are clicking, right? And in our case, we had on the Collab.Land website, extra analytics that were showing where the traffic was coming from. And so, you end up being charged for things that you're not expecting or that are not beneficial. And feels bad is not good for business. So with that being the case, there needs to be a better way where we can actually guarantee that the people who are being presented these ads or the people who are clicking these ads are the people that we expect to, and kind of get better value for the advertisers who are, paying to have their content presented to the audience that they prefer. That's kind of the issue with the Twitter ads in a very long-winded explanation.
And that's kind of been it, which is like people and brands and products and services and new chains and new wallets and new dApps are looking for ways to get their product even in front of the eyes of people that are in the space, like for us to learn about new products. And Twitter just ain't doing it. And so there might be a real opportunity here for Collab.Land, and so we're really pretty excited about it. And then Chibi, I know you were sharing with us about Duolingo and how they do ads. So maybe you can give everyone a little bit of insight into that, because that's also a free product. I haven't ever used it, to be completely honest, but Chibi has, and she was telling us a little bit about it.
It is very cool. And I feel like it's a new something because I used it before, and I'll go through this real quick because we need to talk about the remaining category for today. But yeah, they use ads after each lesson, so it's pretty often. And they do offer a a service that's paid, and it allows you to not have ads after your lessons. It gives you some more features, some personalized learning, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty new something because I used it before and I didn't notice these ads, at least not as often. But now they're there, and I mean, I understand why they're there, and they make you watch for a couple of seconds and then you can skip them. I think that's how it's often implemented, or at least what I've seen. But yeah, they're there, and I understand why, and I mean, I'm okay with them, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking about that even with Instagram. I mean, my French example is bad, but otherwise, like they're usually sending me stuff that's something I'm interested in. And so if we can keep them discreet, if we're not interrupting the service flow that people are expecting with Collab.Land, which is really important to us, staying alive, staying sustainable, being able to keep up the level of service that we already offer is priority one. And that's our commitment to our communities. And so we're looking forward to investigating that. Really, every little bit helps. Telefrens revenue will help. Once we get started on that, the ad network, if it takes off, will help. The donation page will help. We also have Collab Care, Collab VIP, and we also have paid mini apps. The role composition and the guest pass mini apps are paid. And so, this is all towards sustainability and being able to thrive in 2024. We've built this far. We continue to grow, January being our biggest month, but now being able to make sure that the revenue side of it stays strong.
I entirely agree. And again, we'll keep you guys posted on how this is going to work. Although we talked a little bit about it, but when it is implemented, we'll let you guys know of all of the details. But again, thank you so much, Angeli and Candy. Those were a lot of bot updates. And I know that we are at time to end our town hall. We do have one more category to talk about for the Collab.Land Co-op. But before we do that, I wanted to share the secret word for today's POAP. So let's do that real quick before we move on. And for this, we're using the POAP mini app. If you scroll up a little bit in the state chat, you can find the command /POAP claim that you can click on, or you can write it in your chat /POAP claim. That's the command to claim the. It will ask you for a claim phrase. Over there, you'll write down dragon. 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 All lowercase, that single word. And this, I will say real quick, is in honor of the Chinese New Year, which is not celebrated yet. It will the celebration starts on February 10th, but we're not having a town hall next week, so I wanted to commemorate it. So I took the chance to do it. I hope that you guys like it. Once again, the claim phrase is dragon. Once you write it down, hit enter. You'll get a code to claim your POAP. And yeah, hope that you guys like it. We'll repeat the secret phrase by the end of the call as well, in case that anyone missed it. And if you're having any issues with claiming the POAP, you can let me know, and I'll get you a code for you to claim. But yeah, having said this, let's talk about the Collab.Land co-op, and we'll speed run through this. Apologies for running over, but we do have some very important updates to share with you guys. So let's get to them, and I'll pass it on to Nerd to share the latest co-op updates.
Have y'all checked the command center recently? Have y'all been to that cc.collab.land? Have you been trying to test out any TGRs for your community recently? I don't know if you have or not, but guess what? We've got 2 new mini apps in there for you, ready to check out. The Proof of Humanity mini app and the Chain Ages mini app. Both of these mini apps gave demos at the Mini App Madness Season 2 event we had, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago. Those are both live and ready for installs. Check out those YouTube videos for a timestamp link to those mini apps. So you can get a sense of what those apps are for and what they are useful for. Super useful for the communities. And keeping people safe for security and bot protection. Definitely recommend checking those things out. I'm going to be kind of rushing through here, so hopefully you're paying attention to the chat. Second thing, guys. Second thing. The collab pool on Arbitrum is live. It's live. It's up right now. You can swap through it if you want by going to Camelot. But we need your help. We need your help, guys. We need you to go to that Twitter post, that vxtwitter.com link, and give that post a like and a comment, and help us push that out to the wider Twitter sphere so that other people know about it and can get that same kind of alpha information that you guys are getting for being here in the town hall. So definitely go give that a like and a comment, friends. Appreciate it. And finally, we have the Taoist sync. Okay, we have some updates. Taoist sync, what is that? Okay, the Taoist sync is when we get together as Taoists and we talk about what the initiatives are that we're working on and what we're trying to do to help move the DAO along, move things forward, keep things going, help educate people in the DAO, and just get things going here. That meeting happens on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time. If you check into the chat right now, there is a link, and that link is to the event. And if you hit that interested button, you will get a notification when that event goes live. So right now we're focusing on Telefrens and building out some Zeely quests. We're creating a contributor guide for the Collab.Land docs, and people are writing an onboarding to Charmverse guide, which you guys should definitely keep an eye on DAO announcements for any updates to that. But thank you very much to our contributors. I can see Amin out there in the audience. Thanks, Amin. I know Chibi is active in that as well. Thank you. And come out to that if you want to be involved, guys.
You're all invited. Thank you so much, Nerd.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate the updates. Once more, guys, you can find all of the links and additional information in the state chat. But that's all for the Collab.Land Co-op. Lots of things happening in there as well, and we want to make it easier for you guys to start contributing if you have some time / interest to join the co-op and be part of the tasks that are being worked on. We're working on making that process easier. So yeah, as Nerd said, keep an eye on the DAO announcements. And yeah, you are all welcome to join the DAO Sync. Next one is on Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, thank you, Nerd, so much. I do want to bring up a couple of events before we wrap things up. I know that we're 5 minutes over, but real quick, we're having our town hall after party right after town hall. So when we end the call, we'll go to the meetups channel, and I'll post a Discord event for that. And this happens after town hall every 2 weeks. It is very fun, in my opinion. We play games, we hang out for an hour or so, and you're all invited. It is really, it's become my favorite part of my Fridays. So yeah, hope to see you guys in there. We'll jump there right after the call ends. But I also wanted to mention that we have deep dives every week on Wednesdays. Even if you're not a dev or that much into the technical aspect of things, I find them very interesting. I get to learn a lot from Raymond. He has the patience to explain things in a very understanding way. So you're all invited to join if you have, I don't know, any questions about what we're doing at Collab.Land, the dev aspect of it. You are all welcome to join, and I'll update the Discord event link for that. There we go. You can hit the interested button if you'd like to join the next one on Wednesday. Next, we have our X or Twitter Spaces. I'll post the Discord event for one of them, but I'll pass it on to Candy to tell us and remind us again of the one that's happening on Tuesday, but to give us a little information on what the next ones are going to be about.
Absolutely. So, Chibi, we have on Tuesday coming up 10 a.m. Eastern, an AMA kind of fun celebration with Camelot, who, as we've noted, now has Collab listed. So that's exciting stuff, and that'll happen on Tuesday, February 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Additionally, on Thursday, February 8th at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, we are doing a collab community with the guests from the HAPE team because we're doing, some fun events with them coming up. And I'm not trying to give any spoilers because we've got lots of announcements next week, but let me tell you that is one not to be missed. So we're going to be talking about collab token allocation, what they've been doing, some of the Valentine's Day hype that's coming up. And those are the current spaces we have. There will probably be more.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Candy. And I'm really happy that you
That's-
mentioned the upcoming event. Yep.
I was going to say, yeah, Lit, right? We're about to schedule the one with Lit as well.
Yeah, I think they were
Mhm.
looking at
So-
not this coming week though, but next week.
Yeah, the following week. That's right.
Next
Oh boy.
next week. Yeah.
Next week is going to be a bit
So
crazy.
lots of things are coming
Yeah.
up, and we're cruising.
But keep an eye, guys, on our Discord events and Twitter. I will make sure to update you guys when we have the dates for those, and you can RSVP to them if you're interested in attending. Thank you, Candy, so much. And you can find a Discord event for our Collab.community spaces in the state chat if you'd like to hit the interested button, and we'll update it as soon as we have the spaces linked to it. Lastly, and since you mentioned it, Candy, um, we are announcing it starting next week, but since you guys are still here, I would love to extend an invitation for you to join our Valentine's Day karaoke. And I cannot tell you how excited I am about it. It is going to be the absolute cutest. They're my very favorite event, and I would really love to see you guys in there. I've created already a Discord event for it with a cute banner, and you can find all of the information about it. If you click the Discord event, you can RSVP using the sesh bot, and you can go to the Valentine's Day karaoke with Hey post. In the events room, there's a lot of information in there. This is happening on Tuesday, February 13th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And it is very easy to participate. Pretty much pick a song. Like, it is better if you pick one that's, Valentine's Day related or about friendship, heartbreaks or anything regarding, Valentine's Day. That's preferred, but otherwise you can really pick any songs and feel free to join. You just need to be in the radio channel on February 13th at 12:30 and until 2:30 around that time. And you just need to let me know, or we'll also have Mojito and Smut from the Hape team because they'll be co-hosting with us. You just need to let us know when you're ready to sing, and that's pretty much it. Hope to see you guys in there. There's some recommendations in the post, um, just so that you can get prepared for the karaoke. I'm really very excited about it. And next, last but not least, there's also going to be a tournament with the Hape team. And the details for the tournament, a lot of them are to be announced very soon. But there's the Discord event so that you can hit the interested button, get some information about it. You'll find a link to a form in case that you're interested in joining. You can fill out the form and you'll see some information about the tournament, the games that are going to be played, and the date is already set, the date and time. That's on February 14th at 12:30 Eastern, so on Valentine's Day. But you guys get to hear it first. You'll start seeing. But yeah, I wanted to invite you guys in here first. I think that is going to be lots of fun. So hit that interested button if you would like to attend, and I'm again just very, very excited about them, and I hope to see you guys in there. But wow, that's all for our town hall today, and thank you so much for staying with us. I wanted to share the secret phrase again, in case that anyone missed it for the POAP. Secret phrase is dragon, all lowercase, that single word, dragon, in order to claim the POAP for today. So we're using /POAP claim, and the secret phrase is dragon. Now that would be all. I'm going to share before we end the call a safety reminder, and that's that the bull market is here, so you need to stay safe because we're seeing a lot of impersonators, a lot of phishing websites, and just please verify and pay extra attention out there. I'll share a tweet with some safety reminders and tips and best practices. And inside of this thread, there's other threads about reporting fake bots, about reporting phishing websites, and what you can do to avoid being scammed by these impersonators. So you can find that in the stage chat right now. And that would be all. Thank you so much for attending our town hall today, and thank you, Candy, Nerd, and Angeli, for joining the panel. It is always great to have you guys in here. Now let's play some games. We are going to the meetups voice channel right now to play games. I hope to see you guys in there. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much. Let's go and play some games. Bye bye.